So I am not the ranting content creator for Star Trek Fleet Command. It doesn't suit my personality. I don't really want to be that guy. It's never been who I am. In September of 2022, after 11 months of anticipation, we finally got Deep Space Nine. We got an entirely new Cardassian area added to our galaxy map in the game. We got Cardassian armadas to go along with them that came with the old armada currency that we're used to, and some brand new currency that we can use to get pieces for our shiny new star bases, and we can put towards an incredible research tree in the form of the Starbase research tree. That research tree comes with some incredibly beneficial and powerful nodes. It is a huge addition to the game. We've got Benjamin Sisko, Captain Benjamin Sisko, and what a captain he is. He synergizes with another amazing Armada officer, Miles O'Brien, which many players will be striving to max out and add to all of their Armada crews for a very long time to come. And we've got this pretty cool looking Kira Nerys placeholder for what I assume will be a Jadzia Dax or an Exo Worf card that will come along the way soon and round out a truly incredible Armada crew. Seriously, this card did not work the way that many players had hoped that she would. We love you, Kira. You'll always have Odo, at least until he decides to go back home and be one with the ocean anyways. On top of that, this was the month that many free-to-play players were able to open their treasury, which has been in the game now for 6 months for the very first time. And for those who actually stopped to smell the roses like we did, the mission text for this month, this last arc in September, was actually really good. It was way above par. Whoever wrote that really took a lot of time to it. We appreciated it. Hopefully you guys took the time to appreciate it as well. On paper anyways, September of 2022 was an incredible month for Star Trek Fleet Command, at least from a content perspective. So why don't players feel awesome about it? Let's do it. Look, bugs are one thing. When you add this many features to a game at one time, then we expect things to break. Should they have a better process for testing these things before they make it to production? Yes, but we're not going to sit here and beat a dead horse over that. We've actually been pretty well conditioned at this point to just deal with bugs in the game, unfortunately. The reason for the disclaimer in the earlier part of the video, and the reason I state that I am not a ranting kind of person, look back at any of the content that you've seen on this channel. We're not ranters here, is that we have seen from this community in so many personal messages and comments and even voice chats with people that they are at the end of their rope with a gaming company that refuses to be transparent with their player base in any way, that shows an unwillingness to communicate vital changes to the established order and even the schedule of their product, and is unapologetically profit hungry to the point that they cannot and will not admit when they've made a mistake. Sure, one person in some instances took the brunt for all things that were probably way beyond the realm of their ability to control. I don't think anybody's really buying that. No one here expects perfection. They don't. They really don't expect any kind of perfection at all. Now, what they do expect is to be respected and valued as the loyal customers that they are. Scopely is a business. Everyone that interacts with this game on a daily or monthly basis, whether they are free to play, they are low spender, all the way up to VIP players, is their customer. The business-customer relationship is a two-way street, and more importantly, it is a relationship. There are very few people on the planet that would allow someone in a relationship with them, a significant other, or anyone else to treat them the way that they have been treated in this particular relationship. Let that sink in for a minute, for real. Imagine that this relationship that you're in here was a romantic relationship that you've had at any point in time in your life. Would you still be around if they were treating you the way that you've been treated as a customer in this relationship? Some of you guys, maybe. A lot of you guys, no. And a lot of people have already left. I know the hearts of the people in this community. I interact with you guys on a daily basis, and it's a lot of the reason why we're still here. It's why we do what we do, and why we get so much satisfaction out of it is because we get to help nurture this community. The state of this business-customer relationship has been described to me by some players as abusive. I don't believe that I myself am quite willing to go that far with it, but I can see how that argument could be made by other people. The relationship that a lot of people have found themselves in this current state of the game is not a very healthy one, and really, it has to end. It has to, at the very least, change. This chapter of it has to end at the very least. It could end in a happy way where the party that is in the wrong realizes the error of their ways and starts taking real, meaningful, tangible steps towards repairing the broken relationship. I sincerely hope that Scopely wakes up and realizes how incredibly loyal and patient you guys as a Star Trek Fleet Command community have been, and starts to treat you right. Not by giving the game away to you or bending over backwards to put things in the game that you guys think that you want, and especially not by comping more and more officer shards that don't mean anything to a player who just uninstalled the game. By making a real effort to communicate, by admitting when they fail and not trying to pin it on one person or another and pass the blame, to be true to their word when they say that something is going to come in the game, that it actually comes around in the game and they don't just decide to yank it out of the game for no reason, and to leverage the multitude of tools and the community that they have to ensure that this product that they are trying to get you to buy month after month after month is worth it. Because honestly, there's only one other way that a relationship that's in the state that this one is can end, and that is for the party that is being wronged to finally reach their limit, to realize that they're never going to get what they wanted out of this relationship, and not to threaten to walk away, but to silently pack up and go and never look back. Scopely, hear me on this, because you are dangerously close to this moment with so many players. A lot of them have already gone. So where does that put myself and BHD8 Gaming as a whole? Well, first off, I want to thank so many people in this community who have commented, who have sent PMs, who have just gotten on voice chat or on streams, whatever it is, and just gave us some encouragement, appreciated what we're doing here, and told us that they hope that we keep doing this for a long time to come. All of us here at BHD8 Gaming, we are players of the game as well. We feel what you guys feel. You can probably tell that from a lot of the videos that we do, from the live streams, from the conversations that we have on Discord, and even PMs in the game. Some people, I have seen people from other servers come create an account on the server that I play on and send me PMs, and it's really cool. I love this community. Not just us here, but all the other content creators as well. There are people, they are players of the game, and it has been tough on the content creators in general as well. So every time that you stop and you give us some words of encouragement, it really helps us as just people who sit here and take some extra time to make this content, because that's really the only difference in a lot of cases between the people who are content creators and the other players, is that we just take it a step further. We get behind a video, we get behind a keyboard, we make a tool for the community, something like that. We're all players too. We're all in this with you. But those kind words and the encouragement remind us why we haven't given up yet. As we've stated numerous times already, we will continue making content for this game so long as it is still worth playing. We have no intention of just rage quitting, throwing our hands up one night, uninstalling the game, and just ghosting on our community and never looking back. That's not who we are. That's not what we're about. That won't happen here. But community, hear me for a moment, because we are rapidly approaching that line, it feels like, where this game will no longer be worth playing to us here at BHD8 Gaming. It is a struggle some days to just log on to the game and figure out what's going on. We don't know if it's going to be what we were told it's going to be, if it's going to be changed, what they're going to take out of the game, or what now. We have no idea what to expect out of the game, and it affects us the same way it affects you guys. We're not rash people here. We try to be calm, cool, and collected. We try to be information gatherers here and try to really approach things in a logical and controlled way so that we can just get to the bottom of things and grow as a community. That's the way we've approached pretty much everything that we've done here. But because of the state of the relationship between the business that runs the game and the players that make up the community that we love to serve and try to help grow and enjoy the game more, we can't in good conscience continue to be a part of this if it's going to continue on this trajectory. So this is where we're at right now. This could be the most amazing product on the planet, but because of the way that it has been presented, this month has been awful. Last month was largely awful as well for different reasons. From where I'm sitting right now, the month of October, since we're butted up against that, it's just around the corner, it can be bad too. Why not? Go ahead and get it out of your system, Scopely, if that's what it takes. Do your worst if that's what it takes for you guys to get back on track. And I say back on track because I look back at earlier in this year when the Treasury was about to be released and it had this awful Treasury tax mechanic on it. Some of you guys may or may not remember that, but they had it. It was there 3 days before the release. It was still there in the notes. It was on Ripper's website. And guess what? People were involved. They came together. They discussed the possible ramifications of presenting this into the game, and it was removed. People intentionally stopped and looked at what they were about to do to this game, and they pumped the brakes. They chose to go in a different direction. Can you guys imagine what this game would be like right now, 6 months later, if that Treasury tax had stayed in the game? Things have not always been bad. That's why a lot of us are here. If this game was bad from the moment we downloaded it, we would never have continued to play it. So because we have some hope still, and because we want to be hope for the people who are trying to stick around and see this through, we're going to be here for the month of October at least. But if this relationship does not appear to be on the mend, then we're not going to stay here and watch this community get hurt any longer. We're going to play October like we would any other month. We're going to put out content like we would any other month. We may do it like it could be the last month that we put out content. We may go overboard. We may put out as much content as we can physically put out just to go ahead and try to serve this community and put our best foot forward until the moment that we decide that it's no longer worth it. We are going to hope and even pray that Scopely opens their eyes and gets back to the company that they used to be. Sure, things have always been kind of rocky in the game, but they've always been worth it. They've always been navigable. We've always gotten through it. Hopefully, the recent events in the game will just be a rough patch in a long and lasting relationship and won't be the moment that defines this company to so many players forevermore. But we are also going to get out there. We're going to broaden our horizons. We're going to try new games. We're going to try new things. We're not going to stay in the box that we've been in so far on this channel. And we're going to encourage those in our smaller subset of the greater Star Trek Fleet Command community to do the same. If this game isn't doing it for you anymore, go find one that does. Let us know about it. Let your friends know about it. Because we know something that it seems like Scopely has forgotten, and that's that the only thing holding this game together is you guys as a community. But this community will find each other again if it becomes necessary. There isn't much more for me to say than that. Check out this video over here. I don't know which one it is. We're just going to let YouTube pick that one. Click the button down there to subscribe and help us grow the community, please. And thank you so much to these people down here who have supported monetarily what we're doing here. Choose to live, my friends, and hopefully we'll see you again soon.